Beyond the fertile Nile Valley, past the borders of Egypt's comfort and control, lay the lands of Canaan, a region of wealthy trade cities, stone fortresses, and ambitious kings. For years, these cities had paid tribute to Egypt: gold, grain, loyalty. But power always invites resistance, and rebellion was rising in the north. Led by the rulers of Kadesh and Megiddo, a coalition of Canaanite city-states formed an alliance strong enough to challenge an empire, something almost unthinkable in the Bronze Age. When news of the uprising reached Egypt, the message was clear. This was not just a revolt. This was a test of Egyptian dominance. On the throne sat a young pharaoh, determined to prove himself: Thutmose III. He was not a ruler of comfort. He was trained with bow and chariot, raised among soldiers and driven by ambition that stretched far beyond the Nile. He would not wait for rebellion to spread. He would crush it, personally. Thousands of Egyptian soldiers marched north. Infantry with shields of wood and leather, archers gripping curved bows, and the most feared weapon of the age: war chariots, light, fast, deadly, the thunder of the ancient battlefield. As the army approached Megiddo, scouts brought urgent news. The enemy coalition was waiting, blocking the main roads. 3 routes led to the city. 2 were wide and safe, obvious choices. The third was a narrow mountain pass called Aruna, so tight that soldiers would have to walk in single file, unable to fight if ambushed. It was the kind of road armies avoided. Thutmose chose it. The march through the pass was silent except for footsteps on stone, armor brushing rock. The uneasy breath of men who knew one attack from above could mean disaster. But no enemy came. The Canaanite forces had prepared for Egypt to take the safer roads, not the impossible one. At dawn, the Egyptian army emerged from the mountains, directly behind enemy lines, a position no one thought possible. Surprise had changed everything. Orders rang out. Chariots rolled forward. Infantry formed ranks beneath fluttering banners. Then came the charge, horses pounding the earth, wheels rattling over stone, arrows slicing through morning air. The plains of Megiddo exploded into chaos. Egypt attacked in 3 divisions, stretching the enemy line, pushing from multiple directions. The coalition army tried to hold, but confusion spread faster than commands. Their lines broke. Warriors fled toward the safety of Megiddo's massive walls, abandoning chariots, shields, and weapons behind them. Victory seemed complete. But then came a mistake. Instead of pursuing the fleeing enemy into the city, Egyptian soldiers stopped to loot the abandoned camp. Gold, horses, fine weapons, spoils too tempting to ignore. That delay allowed the rebel leaders to escape inside Megiddo, and the battle turned into a siege. For 7 long months, Egypt surrounded the city, cutting off food, cutting off hope. Inside the walls, supplies dwindled, strength faded, morale collapsed. Outside, Thutmose waited, patient, unyielding. Finally, the gates opened. The leaders of the rebellion came out, not with weapons, but with tribute. They knelt before the pharaoh. Egypt had won, but Megiddo was more than a military victory. Egyptian scribes carved every detail into temple walls: the strategies, the formations, the spoils of war. For the first time in history, a battle was recorded step by step. Not legend, not myth, history. Thutmose III would go on to build one of the greatest empires of the ancient world. But it was here, at Megiddo, that his legend truly began. A battle decided by courage, by surprise, and by a road no one else dared to take.